Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 3D generation. I'm Maisie. I have been work for 3D industry more than 13 years. Thank you for joining today. And hopefully today I'm going to introduce the best 3D solutions to your department. So let's start. First, good morning. Thanks for your time. And I hope in the following 40 minutes, it's really useful to your organizations or to your department. And all the slides I'm showing after, they all made by 3D. None of them made by photo or pictures. Okay, so let's go to the 3D world. First, I will introduce some case studies. For example, because today our audience, including all over the industries, we came from the different background. So for example, we have some architecture designers, and we have CPG, product designers as well. We have industrial designers, and all of this product can be very easily using the 3D technology to have the outstanding output. For example, this is shoes made by 3D, and all the materials just exactly use the PBR technology. It's based on the physical lighting, so it can accurate to reflect all the lighting information on your material, which make your all the artworks or your designs even more real than the real product. And it's just perfect. For example, we have ice cream. And in the COVID-19, the textile industry also play a big part in the market. For example, for South Asia, we need to work across different countries. If we have a lot of materials from factory, from the supplier, or from our organizations, but we cannot easily to transform them, right? Even like, okay, maybe we can make hundreds, but how about thousands, like millions? So that's why all the materials, they go to digitalized. You can feel it, not only the color, right? You can have the bump, the height, the reflectives, and all they're just made by the computer 3D design. Except the real world designs, we can also deep into the fantasy world. How about movie standard artworks and some great film standard games as well. I'm sure like some of you already play some of it. For example, Genshin Impact recently is just crossing all over the world. I think basically all the people knows Naughty Dog games or Final Fantasy. So Substance has been the world leader in video games, all the big 3A games, and also all the big movies. Now we are target the different industries. We have been development Substance 3D tools more than 16 years now, actually. So all the industries, we can see these logos right, from the automotive and some furniture, e-commerce, fashion wear, even NASA, and some, let's see, it's crossing all the industries, whatever. It's made from the hardware designs or maybe just a marketing team from the different organizations. So this is just a sample like to show you how the world changed from 2D to 3D to save their millions of costs. Of course, what I said, maybe not the most accurate. Let's continue. So we see now, like, okay, we heard a lot of companies, they start to have the 3D department. And of course, except game, the game is already using the 3D technology long time. So what is the most benefit to them? What is most benefit to you? For example, what is the virtual photography? So I will start to compare it a little bit. Like in the real world, when we want to take the photo shoots, like when we buy things from the e-commerce platform and our shops or our companies need to create thousands of pictures, we need to hire the studios and hire the photographers and send the samples. Each time we take painful the workloads. So now all the things go to digital. So we can just create the studio environment, the perfect one, without any like extra cost. And we can just output the 1,000 different designs. We can have the different product designs. We can have the scenes to convince our customers like, okay, this is how it looks in the real life. And we can even have the UX interactions experience with clients. And also before the process, when we try to develop this product, we can also try to pre-design the different collections and try to test with the market. Which color trend will be the best outfit to our product designs? And of course, it's just amazing, like how these 3D materials like reflect the lightings and adapt to the environment to create the best visuals to our product. So today, what I'm sharing, most of my sharing will be some apps and with a library. So it's basically, most of the time, it will be a live demo. Just in the beginning, I will introduce you the basic foundations. So what's the pipelines work? Okay, we have some, first, we need to have the 3D modeling. And this 3D modeling came from the Adobe Asset Library, came from your design team. Maybe you already have a CAD model. For example, if you're from industrial design, and maybe you create it from the Autodesk Maya, or maybe just from Scan, okay? So once you have the 3D modeling, you need to bring it to the life. So this is how Adobe Substance 3D can help you to create the materials, apply it different designs, then later rendering a final scene. So later on, I will try to introduce you the full pipelines. So you can see like how easy it can be used to integrate to your process team, okay? So first, we have the sampler, Substance 3D sampler. So thanks for Adobe AI and Adobe Sensei Technologies using the AI to help us from the single pictures automatically convert to a 3D materials just on the fly. And even it can help us to remove the seams automatically. So later I will show these amazing features. Based on this, you can add patterns, you can add logo, maybe different color variations. It's just a one click, you choose what color you want, and the whole material will change. Later on, we see like why all the big hats, like big e-commerce, like big fashion designs, automotive, why they choose the Substance technologies? Because this is one of the key tools. It's Substance 3D Designer. I would like you create your basic Adobe Substance 3D foundation first, then jump into this. Because this software is node-based, that it's really can scale up all your business size. It's like maybe we can just back patch to automatically generate like thousands different kind of designs. Like then we can just random pick, then push to the market, or have the basic concept. Okay, this is for scale up, but it requires a learning curve, to be honest. Next will be the Substance 3D Painter. This is the third app I'm introducing. Everybody knows Photoshop, right? I know like everybody, today's audience, everybody knows Photoshop. So what is Substance 3D Painter? So you can just, try to understand in this way. It's a 3D Photoshop. So in the 3D world, it's all the things so like technologies, like so hard to pick up. So this tools is just to help us to figure all the things. Like we don't need to care about which layer is color, which layer is reflections, which layer is the normals or displacement. All these words like make us crazy to learn in the beginning, right? But use this technology you don't need. You just use the paint to paint. Then all the other channels will automatically update it. So you use your traditional tools, can paint, but in a 3D world. Okay, next time, later on, I will also show a live demo. So in the end, we have the Substance 3D assets. It's a full library, including modeling and materials, even though, like for modeling, we just actually started. For the materials, it's just the best PBR materials in the world, and of course, it's the biggest. Why I say it's biggest? Because you see, it's 9,000 PBR parametric materials. It sounds a lot, but actually because it's based on the parametric. What means parametric? It means each one, you can change the colors, you can change the patterns, reflections, designs. So it's just infinity, like unlimited libraries. From one, you can generate like more than hundreds. So all these materials, the resolution also can up to 8K. It's just perfect if you want to create the hero kind of product design, close shots. You don't need to worry about the details at all. And for different industry, we also have different collections. For example, we have architecture selections, we have automotive, and of course we have fashions, we have game, we have interior, exteriors. So later on we will go through the assets library. Okay, so all this you can see it's all made by 3D. It's all, I don't want to say it's fake, that it's just more real, so real, right? And you can just touch it, feel it, and you can change all the little designs. For example, for the floor, like, okay, I want to change this floor from the plank. I want to change from, I don't want this triangle. I want it's all the horizontal planks. All the designs, you can just change one button and all the full materials will just automatic update. And we also have different marbles for if you want to create a scene, realistic scenes, like we have just unlimited marbles you can choose to generate the different collections. And of course, all the materials as well. You can have all the best stitches. You don't need to handmade of it. All the things can be automatic generated for you. And what is the best thing is substance material, it just look exactly same in all the third-party softwares. So we see like 3D world is pretty big, and we want to try to be based on your department needs. For example, you can have a painter to finish your designs, and you can use Adobe Substance 3D Stager to finish your final rendering. You also can import your designs into the 3D Max, Viri, or all the different engines, maybe Unreal Unity, if you want to use some like AR, VR interactive, and also including the Adobe Aero. So this Substance format, it just after 16 years, it's included to the majority software, even though if you are not in this list. Don't need to be worried. You can just use the traditional way, use your bitmap instead of a Substance Smart format to apply it to your designs. Okay. So based on the Substance 3D ecosystem, we can do a lot of things. Okay, so we can create our materials. We create the different variations, and we have the proof concept, and we can already create our material libraries. At in the same time, we already can communicate with the factory, and we can also communicate with our marketing team. All the departments, they can just share the same assets to keep our market going on. Okay. So next, let's go to demo. Okay. So please allow me to share my screen. Okay. So first, I would like to introduce you the Substance 3D assets. Once you go to the Creative Cloud desktop, you go to the 3D and AR tab. You can see the 4 different apps just up here. If you go down, you can see Substance 3D assets. You launch it, you arrive this page. And all the assets we can see like is already over 11,000. And we have the different variations. You even can go to the free assets. The free assets is just free for your test. You can download the model links, and you can download all the different studio lightings and also different materials. Okay, so let's see if I want to choose this plank. Okay, so we can see like, because thanks to this is the Substance Smart Materials, you can see how this plank applied to a surface. And thanks to the parametric, it can automatically generate the different styles. Okay? Let's go back. Now, let's go to collections. I strongly recommend you go to these sessions because it can save a lot of our time. For example, if you need to create some virtual photographies, you go to the shooting studios, you can see the collections. Okay, this is all I need for shooting studios, all the things. And we also have a lot of different environments. Now let's get to the retail. Okay, and we have different shares, all the basic materials, and all the wood. Okay. The next, let's go to architecture. For the architectures, let's see. I think for architectures, it will be very interesting to see this kind of shape, because we always apply to the big surface. And because the parametric, we can change all the different size, and we can change the click, and we can even change the weathering, can be cleaner or dirty. Okay, it's pretty fun. And for the architectures, for the interior, when we change the inside, it's really painful, right? If we have photos, but thanks to the parametric materials, we can change it on the fly, just in our final DCC tools. You can change all the parametric. So next, I would love to go to the please discovery by yourself. Let's get to the fashion and apparel. And we can see the different fabrics. how it applies to the surface. All these are parametric you can change on. So we can automatically change to the different designs. Okay. So next, if I want to play with these materials, where I should go? I go to the sampler. Okay. I can create new. This is the first app I introduce you. Okay. It's Adobe Substance 3D Sampler. Okay, let's create. I would like to show you some materials. So first, please allow me to change the models because I want something more flattened. Okay. Let's go to the libraries. So once you click, you download, then you can just drag it in to the different apps, Adobe apps you want to use. So for example, here, I would like to show you out surface of a building, okay? So this is a buildings. When we create the skyline scenes, like we can put it in the background on the big surface buildings, okay? And you can see how the lighting reflections to your 3D real materials. Of course, you can change the window size, like from smaller to bigger. And I would like to remove the dirt because I want to create a very modern, fancy cities. And another thing is I would love to play with the curtain opening. And amazing things like for such great materials, it can up to 2K, but it's only 30K, 40K size. So you can imagine like how easily you can share. Okay, you can share details. You can share across the different departments how easily to transfer all the materials. So it's just so small, right? Okay. So this is the substance libraries. Please feel free to download it, then use it for the different, maybe you from the different background. For example, if you want some wood, then just go for play it. It can also you can also change the different shapes. Okay. So next, let's jump into Substance Stager. Substance Stager is an app to create the really realistic scenes. Let's create a new one. So this is a rendering tools. If we know dimension, yes, it's based on the dimension. But dimension is a little bit like a toy, right? So the functions. So we try to put it more in a professional way to help you to create the best experience for your renderings. So for example, if I create a sofa, okay, and this is download from the Substance 3D asset, I can change the while. You can see when I change it, thanks to parametric, all the modeling start to automatically update it, right? And of course, I can just use the materials for the quick design. So let me change another modelings. This time, I download from the libraries. Okay. So here, okay, let's just start from the starter first, because I want to show you the step how to import the materials you create from your factory. If you are really don't want to use Substance 3D assets libraries, for example, if I have a factory and we can only give this kind of materials, we are not allowed to use offset materials. So how should I do it? okay? So this is a photo. I might just catch it from my phone. Then I use same, the substance sampler. This time, I will drag a photo, a picture into my scene. And I can use the different functions to automatically generate my 3D material. Okay. This time, I might to change to a fabric modelings to show it better. Okay. So imagining from a photo, I already automatic to have all the channels I need. I have base color, I have normal, I have roughness, metallic, height, and the inclusion, all the things I need, okay? It's just automatically create a 3D materials for me. So next step, I will give a equalizer. Sorry, to help me to unify the difference. So when it's applied to a big surface, it will not look too similar. So next step, I will create a tiling. If you step into the 3D world, you will know like tiling is really a painful task to do. So thanks to the technology for today, like nobody will fix the tilings anymore. Hand by hand is basically before it caused like almost a 1 day's job. So now, thanks to the technology, it can automatically help us to remove the tilings. And it's also based on your edge informations to eat the pixels based on the structures to create the best tiling experience. Okay. And of course, I can back anytime to play with the parametric to make it like different styles. So, for example, if I said like, okay, this materials looks almost okay. Then I can jump into the next one. Maybe I will give a color. So based on the factory samples, I can also create mine. For this one, I only need one color. So I will reduce the color and change the colors. It's just a change whatever you want. Okay. And maybe I can also back to adjust the roughness. I want it's more shining or more rough. Okay. So just not even 2 minutes, I finished the 3D materials and it looks so real, right? And I just started from a picture to 3D materials. Then we make it super clean, ready to use. I even give a color. Right now, let me show you something is really fun. Let's always switch, sorry. Let's give stitches. Okay. This is just like a magic. I will automatically give some stitches. And these stitches can be lines, can be square, can be diamonds. It really depends on you, okay? And I can change the amount. I can make it rotate, okay? And I can remove the top stitches or give more or remove the seams or activate it. Different things, please play by yourself. And I can even change the color because I want you to see more obvious. I will move it more brighter, okay? And okay, I want double or single, okay? And yeah. And I want its amounts. Let me see, I want to change it maybe more smaller. Okay, so it's more realistic. Okay. And please, I can even change the different themes, like from the French theme stick to the different trials. And I think I prefer lines. Okay, let's go for this one. Okay, because due to the internet, maybe you have some buffer internet speed, so I want you to see it fluently. So I changed the bigger details. Okay, so I can just explore, send to the Substance 3D Painter. It's like Substance 3D Photoshop, or I can send later on link to the Substance 3D Stager. I can just export. Okay, then save it. Save it to the different things, and you can even to change to the different end users. Maybe you want to export to Clo, your Unreal, or Max Maya. It's all possible. Okay, just to choose the template, or just to choose like I want JPG or PNG PGA. Okay, then after you can just after your export, you can just drag it in to your libraries, and it will be shows, and you can just easily to apply on your 3D object. Okay. Then let me change the tilings. Okay. Maybe even more. So this is so fast, right? You just get pictures, then you change it to the 3D designs, then you create onto your things. And of course, you can do more fabric here or some metal parts. I will skip it because we have the limited time today, right? So I would love to try to get some lighting. For example, maybe I want to use one of the studio's lighting. So once you drag it, and it can automatically apply to your scene, and you can try to see the different shots. And you can even use the ray tracing to create the real lighting simulations. Okay, then you can just try to go to your different angles to create your things. But this is pretty simple, right? So let's start something more complex. Okay. Let's create a new one. Let's see. And let me switch off the grid. Okay. And this time I will choose a one maybe already have the textures. Okay. Remove the tracing, and let me quick do something. Maybe I give a small table and drag on some things, like I'm doing a quick layout, okay? Let's start something interesting. For example, let's put on a toy. Okay. And of course, I can scale it up. But when you move it, you can see like, okay, it's interactions, right? It's sometimes it's really not working well. And if I copy paste another one, like it's just so hard to placing, right? Because thanks to the new Adobe Substance 3D Stager technology, now I can just activate their collision. And of course, remember, always switch on the group collisions. Okay. So now if I play with it, it's just to simulate the real world physics. It's just so much fun. Okay. So please have a try. And this is really awesome. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let me start at this. I don't want to take a lot of time. I just okay, grab some random materials. Okay. Now the interesting things, I will create a background. This time I will use a picture. If you play with dimension, you know this feature, right? So now I will use the match image. I would like to have all my assets automatically updated to the picture's lighting. It's just amazing. Awesome. Okay, so all the lighting are correctly influenced by my okay, let's forget about it. By my environment lightings. Maybe I can even create one more. Okay, I give up pets to create more interesting of my scenes. Now what's the magic? Before we said like for dimension, we need to go to the render, right? Then waiting for the magic. Now let's just do the retracing, and it's just exactly same. And you can use GPU and real-time retrieve things, and it's just amazing how it creates the scenes for you. Okay. And of course, if I want to show it more obvious, I can change the materials of the desk so you can see better. Okay, let's choose another one. Okay. I just want to do it quick. Okay, so you can see the reflections, all the cast shadows, and of course, all the assets is also based on the real backlightings to have the live lighting informations. And of course, you can go to the render to render your final pictures. But right now, it's just the retracing already fixed most of your problem, and it's just so fast, right? So this is Substance Stager, okay? And I also, in the same time, showed you how to use the Substance Sampler to create your 3D textures, okay? So keep in mind. What I want to show you next magic tools is what? I think you probably knows it. It's a 3D Photoshop, right? The 3D painter. So when we use the 3D painter, for example, if we do the simple modelings like this, yeah, of course, we don't need the painter anymore. But if you want really specific details assets, you might need the 3D painter. Okay, so I will not save this one. And if you have questions, you can start to put into the Q&A, okay? So let me open a file to help you to go through like how this app working. Actually, if you, we try to align all the UIs across the different Adobe products. So you will be quite familiar. Okay, left, I have all my tools. Then the right, I have all my properties and parameters. So in the middle is what I'm working, right? So it's same, you can just download all the materials from Adobe Asset, or you can just use some basic ones to automatically create your own designs. Okay. I'm really doing fast one. Okay. Let's go to, okay. Maybe not. Okay, let's keep for this. Then next, we can also start to paint. It's just the same. You can have all your Adobe brushes here, and you can also try the different brushes from the Substance Painter. It's just exactly same as what you are doing in the Photoshop, but it's just the paint in the 3D. You have all the channels automatically updated to create the 3D materials, okay? So for example, if I want, it's not so new, what I should do? Let me see. Okay. Okay, better. Okay. So for example, for this one, I want to create some variations. I give new materials. I create a back mask, and I can use some automatically filters already inside. Create some weathering. It's a metal edge wear. I can also change the different levels. And of course, I can use brushes to paint it, to try to remove some part I really don't want. So this is a very quick way to use the Substance 3D Painter. And of course, I can add paint. I can choose some brushes, remove some part I really don't want, because all the tools is just here to help the artist. You are still the one need to do the final artworks, right? We help you, like even not, you are maybe just a not senior artist, you graduate from the school not a lot, or maybe you new to the 3D. It's just the tools to help to you to create your artworks, of course, and based on a good standard. Okay. I think, okay. Okay. Let's start from here, and now it's sea level 44. I would like to show you the final file, okay? So one is, I show you a printer, and another one is for fabric. Fabric, of course, you can choose the different designs. Here, I will choose something casual. Okay, maybe inside I give you a different skirt. Outside, I would love maybe, let me see, get a jean. Okay. And all this task, I can change anytime. And it's based like just on the simple task text. You can update anytime. And I would love to show simple things, make you excited. So I will go to materials. Okay. Let me choose a material. Okay. To create some different, maybe custom square, make X. Okay. And of course, you can also choose to the different, like I want it to read more, or I want to create the shape. How to say, this is Substance Painter, so we should have the logo. Okay, so maybe I use the PP. I change the size back. Okay. And thanks to the nonlinear workflow, you can change the directions anytime. For example, you go to your resources update. This is the one we're using, right? And I can choose for the back to the another logo. Okay. Need to change smaller. Okay. So it's just on the fly how you change it. And you can even paint it, because a lot of people ask me like how to do the this kind of things on the jeans. That's why I'm showing it here. So, and of course you can also have a lot of stitchy tools to help you to create a really outstanding stitches. It's just to save full of your time. Today, I'm only just to show you the scratches of the surface. So please, if you want to learn, you can go to the website for Learn and Sports. We have the use cases, and you can see the, like, if you're from film, games, product, fashions, automotive, CPG, and we also have the tutorials. We have here you can switch some languages, and you have the different. We have some video tutorials. Also have some text documents, so you can start with to your substance journey. Okay, I think that is pretty of the demo part. So thanks for your time today. I would love to, you can take care. Okay, I hope you can stay safe and take care. If you have any questions, you can just put in the Q&A, and I will start to answer your questions.